Hello. Hello and welcome to all. Feel free to comment. Their commercial's dumb. Hello. Hello all. Bobby Labonte, Tony Stewart, Haley Deegan, Tracy, Marco Andretti, Kyle Busch. Probably not tonight, but he's in there sometimes. Yeah, I guess he is tonight. Clint Boyer, Ryan Newman. Thursday Thunder. So who do we got? Tony Stewart, Kyle Busch, Brad Keselowski, Bobby Labonte, who are the 4 Cup Series champions. And then Clint Boyer, Ryan Newman, and Ken Schrader from Cup. Elio Castroneves from IndyCar and Indianapolis 500 winner. Joseph Newgarden, who's a champion of IndyCar. Paul Tracy, Marco Andretti, and Haley Deegan. They're advertising this as an hour long, but last week was well over an hour. Sifa, hey, how are you? Good to see you, man. How you been? I'm as I'm not streaming much anymore, but I decided to do this, and I'll probably do a Formula One this weekend, and then I'm really getting ready for the 2024 U.S. presidential election. You know, the run up. I'm good. I'm doing pretty good. It seems like I listened to. I'm missing a lot of the live streams on your Discord, but it seems like Daisy's doing a lot more recently, and so one of them looked interesting, and so I watched it, and it was like an hour and 16 minutes, and I was like, well, I'll watch 20 minutes, and then 40 minutes, and then 80 minutes, and then I watched the whole thing. But it was about a restream, and I was like, wow, that's so cool. So I like I'm always liking to learn more about stuff, and you all kept mentioning what's that? Gosh darn it. There's that. I think I tried to get onto it a while ago and I couldn't. Rumble. I tried to get onto it, before, and then I think I had a problem, and then I tried to get onto it again because y'all were. Anyway, I watched. Oh yeah, we just did that one. Yeah. I mean, I watched it probably 6 hours after y'all did it. And I was like, oh, I wish I woke up at 2 a.m. and watched it did it live with y'all. But, yeah, Rumbo, I'm having a hard time with the licenses. Oh man, that's a bummer. I knew you would be, tech supporting it and figuring out what works and what doesn't. But, anyway, I never know how to sign up for those things. If you do it through Google or Facebook, or I try to do it the quickest, easiest, but then I forget what I did. So anyway, it wouldn't. First, it said, anyway, I don't think I did. Oh no, I'm sorry. It hung there, and then later I just went back into it and I got into it. So I don't know. Somehow I signed up for an account, but anyway, I didn't find many people. There was and I could have sworn. I mean, my memory is beyond shot. But by the way, this race is about to get going. It's not the race. They have, I don't understand their format, but there's like 4 or 5 different things. They do a qualifying, last chance qualifying, and then the main event. There's like 4 or 5 things. So anyway, they say it's an hour. That's BS. It's about an hour and a half. But anyway, yeah, it's kind of hard to search things. But anyway, I tried to do it a while ago. I can't guess how long ago that was, probably 6 months or 9 months ago, or maybe not that long ago. And I let it drop. And then I did it last night because of Ural's thing. And I finally got in it. But, you can't, like, everywhere else I've been, you can type in NASCAR and you find 100 accounts and you can pick and choose which ones you want. And you can, research Formula One and you get 100 accounts and you can pick and choose. And that was not true with this one. You would type in for F1 and you'd get 1 or 2 accounts. And then you type in Formula One and you'd get 1 or 2 accounts. And then IndyCar, there was 0. And then IMSA, there was 0. And I'm like, holy moly, they got to have. Anyway, I didn't spend much. I just jarred it in. And if I could have followed, 100, 200 people, I would have done it immediately, but it wasn't real easy to do. So I think I followed like 3 people. Anyway, it is kind of neat that it seems to be immediately monetized, which, I mean, fuck, I'll never get was that the within 7 minutes? 7 minutes, 6 seconds. Holy moly. I periodically do research on, I haven't done it in a long time, but and by the way, this is about to start. The pace cars lights are out. Oh, they also reverse the field. So there's 12 drivers, and the first part they they finish first through 12th, and they reverse that. So the 12th place car starts first, and the first place starts 12th, which I don't get that, but I guess they say if you're powerful enough, you'll get back to the front. So anyway, this is about the first, and I don't know who that is. 2 and Elio Castroneves is way back in the, anyway. So I don't know what I was saying about Rumble, but anyway, I'll probably try to figure it out. Yeah, I'll never buy my RV and I'll never hit the road, but yeah, this the caucuses and primaries, they're still, all 50 states and plus DC, so and plus 5 U.S. territories. So all 56 of those entities can decide independently when they're going to have caucuses and primaries and stuff, and so they're still voting and changing and updating and changing again, and so it's not really cast in stone yet, but it appears it's I don't know, I don't have it in front of me, but I think okay, green flag, green, but aka Tracy, hey Joe, stopping by to say hello Tracy. I was just telling Sifa that I was I sometimes miss Sifa's Discord lives, and I still haven't fully figured out when they're listening lives instead of watching lives. I like to be on screen and stuff, and that's what I do. Here, let me get rid of that banner. But it's good to see you, Tracy. I saw let me see, let me get that out of there. I know Daisy's doing some stuff recently, and so I saw there was one about Restream, and I'm like, and I like I said, I missed it live, and I never watch things recorded, and I was like, I'm gonna watch it, and it was an hour and 16 minutes. It was good to see you too. Thanks, Tracy. And So it's 76 minutes. So I was like, okay, I'll watch 10 minutes and then 20 minutes and then 30 minutes. And I never watch a whole one. And I, of course, watch this whole one. I like learning about new platforms. And I mean, Restream's been around for a while. So I think 7 years ago or 9 years ago, I think I set up an account and I was unsuccessful. And I don't think I ever went back to it. But I generally, since 2015 or before, ever since Periscope and Meerkat, which were the first two live streams, the first two really big live streams. As soon as one came out, I joined and set up. And anyway, so yeah, Tracy, I watched that whole thing. And, I always forget that I'm watching a recorded thing. I want to respond. People are like, oh, no, I know that answer. And so I'd be, and you can't, I don't easily interface with really anything, but I couldn't write comments. And then I had to go to a different screen to write comments. And anyway, whatever. And so, anyway, y'all were having that joke about, I don't want to talk about it in here because it's not one of the topics I like hearing about, but, it was about you had a typo. Anyway, I don't want to, it's not a topic I like to talk about, but it was cute and funny when you had that typo and you're talking about it. So that was really funny. Again, it's not a topic I don't like. Anyway, so, but anyway, we're doing the Camping World thing, the SR. I haven't put anything up, have I? By the way, I haven't updated Nightbot in 4 or 5 or 6 weeks, so don't worry about that. Let me go back here a little bit. Let me go through the comments. Sorry, I like to cover them all. So Sifa says, hey, Joe. Hey, Sifa, thank you for good. And I asked him how he was doing, and he said, I'm good. You? And pretty good. And then he said, oh, nice to my 2024 presidential election, the follow-up, or not the run-up, or I don't know what, the pre-stuff, and by the way, anyway, I didn't say the date. I think it's January 18th and January 23rd are the first 2 dates, and Iowa is still currently the first one. There was talk 4 years ago that they were going to lose it because they weren't good at they didn't do what they were supposed to do 4 years ago. And so there's talk that they would lose that. And I don't know if that's ever been resolved. They're currently still the first. But anyway, it's January, whatever it is, January 18th or whatever. And I can't leave my apartment for more than 60 days at a time. Once I leave my apartment for an extended period of time, I must come back to my apartment within 60 days. And it's effed up. By the way, that 7-minute, I said a cuss word at 7:06. I never did finish that. I have so many stories going. Oh, nice. So, anyway. Oh, yeah, we just did that one. Yeah, that was cool. And yeah, Rumble, I'm having a hard time with the licenses. Yeah, it's kind of hard to search things. Yeah. I'm still stuck with X. I'm still stuck with Twitter. I'll probably never call it X, but anyway, X. And I'm usually really good at figuring out what's fake news and what's real news, and I try to. I'm pretty good at it. I'm pretty good at that, but I have to put a lot of time into it. And when I just do partial, I'm not really good at it. Anyway, I'm all over the place if you can't tell. And I do believe I heard that at X, the Twitter account at X was stolen by Elon Musk. I heard that he didn't pay for it and he took it. And I have a whole story about at X, including all 26 letters of the alphabet. That's how I got in trouble immediately because I'm OCD and stuff. But so also known as Tracy. Hi, Joe, stopping by to say hello. And I know motorsports isn't everybody's deal and stuff, but I like interacting. I'm not really too concerned about the race tonight, but I just wanted to get back on the thing. So thank you, Tracy. Yes. Thank you, Tracy, says Sifa. And And Tracy says, "Oh, hey, Sifa." And Sifa says, "Sup, girl?" Uh-oh. Also known as good to see you too. Thank you. Thank you. Oh yeah, my typo. Oops. Yeah. You know, everything is delayed and everybody has different delays. Like 100% of the time, Sifa and I don't like I don't like talking about people when they're not here. So I'm gonna probably stop saying her name. But anyway, you know who had the stream, and I love her and I love to support her and stuff. But I always I don't anyway. So I will probably slip up and say her name a couple times. But I love how she and Sifa anyway, they would address every comment, but there was a huge delay. They would be addressing a comment. I'm like, where the hell's the comment? And then like 8 to 10 seconds later, it'd come up. Anyway, Tracy, it appeared that when you wrote oops, which was your second, I'm not OCD. I mean, I am OCD, but I'm not, don't worry, I'm harmless. But anyway, the second comment you wrote was oops. And I was like, that's so cute. And plus it was, you know, a good 10 seconds. For me, it was a good 10 seconds later. You probably wrote it immediately. The X is stupid in my opinion. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Elon Musk. I don't own a Tesla. I never will, and he just seems too weird and all that stuff. But I love Twitter, and I'm going to stay on Twitter forever. And I'll probably call it Twitter. And he seems to want to be changing everything. I'm kind of, I guess I'm holding my ground because things will probably be grandfathered in. Not really. I don't think he'll grandfather people in. But anyway, he reminds me of a billionaire sloth. Billionaire. Uh-oh. I clicked on, uh-oh. Make another comment. I clicked on near those 3 dots. Sorry. God damn this. I don't like being on my laptop. It's too, I don't have, I guess I don't really like being on a lot of devices because there it is. Elon Sloth. Well, good. Your comment came through. A sloth. Well, and I don't want to bash Elon and stuff. I mean, you know, what the hell? It is a not democracy. What's that called? A free economy. What's that word I'm looking for? It's a for-profit. Anyway, I'm forgetting the word. Where we can all make as much money as we want. A free. Why am I thinking democracy? I think it's close to that word. Anyway, I can't figure it out. But anyway, he has the right to do what he wants. But many times when something comes up, he's like, that wasn't his idea. He stole the idea. He bought the idea, which is not super uncommon. Microsoft, IBM, Xerox, all those people stole from everybody else. Apple, Microsoft is Xerox. Microsoft, everything they stole was from Xerox. Everything they stole was from Xerox. So that's what happens. Shit like that happens. You know, I mean, no one's original. But anyway, Tracy is laughing about the sloth. Yeah, I've never heard of a. Let me. Free enterprise. Yeah, that's close. I can't think of. Thanks for helping me search for words. Sloths are cute. They are pretty cute. Yeah, they hang upside down or whatever they do. They sleep a lot. Not all of them. Not the musky ones. Now, I've never been near a sloth in real life. Free enterprise. That's close. Yeah. It's not the word I'm looking for, but thank you very much. Thank you so much. So anyway, you know, as far as live streaming goes, I'm what do we got here anyway? We got 3 on YouTube and 1 on Twitch. Twitch, what's up, Twitch? Thank you. And anyway, a quick shout out to all my streams. Facebook profile, and I forgot. I haven't done Sloth Musk. Sifa, you might get in touch. By the way, on what's that called? Where did I just watch Tracy's thing? Not Tracy. What's that called? Discord. So on Discord, I'm supposedly, it's not called following, but I guess you make a friend and you get a friend. Supposedly, I have supposedly Elon Musk is following me, or I'm following him, or whatever. And so I just wrote him a comment today just to see if it's the real him. And I don't expect it to be the real him, but he's got to be somewhere, and he is on a lot of things. And I don't care if it is or him. I can get a little like, oh my God, someone really famous is talking to me. But I quickly get to the, like, oh, well, who cares? Not who cares, but, it's not that big a deal. So just move on and, use them if I want to use them, but I don't know how to use them. I just want money, and he seems to have money, all paper money. He only has paper money, but what the hell? It's still money. So, oh my goodness, Sifa. Elon, he probably needs a lot but you know what he'll call it? He'll call it X. Everything's called X. His cars and his rockets, everything's called X. So, okay. So, by the way, I do have agenda-free TV going on my iPad. I don't have, I had both earbuds in my ear, and then the Sifa showed up, so I took one out, and then, I need to focus. So I took both of them out. So I'm not listening to it right now, but it's going live. I'm still Musk. Slothy. Anyway, you probably ought to get in touch with him. He might want your marketing geniusry. He might like being no, I'm sorry. With his employees, he talks as if everybody must work 70 hours a week and sleep at the place and all that stuff. I don't know if he says, and that's what I do, but Sloth and X. Oh, Sifa. Holy moly. So anyway, Tracy, how you doing? What's going on, Tracy? What's going on, Sifa? Heat 1 results. Marco Andretti, Kyle Busch, Brad Kozlowski, Bobby Labonte, Tony Stewart, Paul Tracy, Joseph Newgarden, Helio Castroneves, Haley Deegan, Ken Schrader, Ryan Newman, and I've missed the last name. So who is that? Is that Donald Hawk? That can't be Donald Hawk. Who is it? They have to show who that is. He looks, Frank Beamer. Frank Beamer, Virginia Tech, former head football coach. They're at a track. They're at Motor Mile. Okay, bye, Sifa. Thanks. Hopefully I'll be back soon. No, whatever. Tracy. Okay, so Sifa, I have a StreamYard meeting I got to go to. Okay, cool. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully I'll be back soon. That's fine. I would love to have you back, and it's fine if you don't. So take care, Sifa. And yeah, Tracy, I used to. Amen. I understand. I'm good. I've learned. Bye, Sifa. Tracy says bye, Sifa. Bye-bye. Have fun. StreamYard meeting. I have a StreamYard meeting I got to go to. Golly, that's cool. So anyway, Tracy, I think I asked you the first day I met you that, well, first I think you had a name in front of also known as Tracy, and I was like, which one do you want to be called by? And you said, actually, Tracy. And then I think you modified that, which was cool. I think that was cool. Anyway, most of the Tracys I know, which aren't a ton, maybe 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 of them, I usually end up calling all of them Tracer because my original first Tracer was, you know, when I lived in Kentucky and they shipped me up to Minnesota for 30 days, I met a Tracer there. And so I usually always say, hey, can I call you Tracer or whatever? I'm sure I've already mentioned that. So I'm good. I've learned I can't stay up all night with the young ones. Oh, for sure. Now, I'm in Eastern Standard Time, and it's 9:25 p.m. here, which is not really late for me. But I mean, I can get Belgian Grand Prix tomorrow morning. Oh no, that's on Sunday. But practices, I get called Trey or Tracer. I've never heard Trey. That's kind of cool. I like that. I get called Trey or Tracer. Isn't it weird how people always want to go to nicknames? I like to call people what they want to be called, which I think is what I told you initially. I was like, well, wait, your first name is something else. And we were in Discord all night last night. Now that's new, right? Because I think the one I was talking about was the night before, right? We were in Discord all night last night. Wow. See, you can do it like the youngins. So anyway, I was, it's 9:26 for me. So I don't know what time zone you're in. I think I've been told more than a couple of times where you live, and that's usually where my brain gives out, and I don't remember those kind of details. But I just really care about the time. So, and you don't have to tell me any of that. But yeah, is it? I think you're our Pacific time. So I think it's 6:27 there. But I might be wrong. I don't know where you're at. So we were in Discord all night last night. So yeah, the 6:27 for me, California. Oh, cool. Sweet. I live in Vermont and I grew up in Kentucky, but I went to treatment in Minnesota and I've moved around a lot. But when I was in Illinois, Chicago, and then 3 hours south of Chicago, I was dating my wife, who is now my ex-wife. We eloped. From Illinois, we eloped in California. And again, it's not a successful marriage, but I still, it's a memory I have, and it's pretty cool memory. But anyway, we eloped in the Redwood Forest. We got married in John Muir, whatever it's officially called, the Forest Monument, or whatever that John Muir Woods is called. But we got married there. There was 6 to 8. How exciting to elope! I'm the youngest of 9, and we have huge weddings, or we have had. And a lot of people get married a second and third and fourth time. So it's like, let's don't, So I wasn't really into, and she didn't have a real healthy family, and so and I let, I was probably a typical male where I let the female make most of the decisions, but I would voice mine, or she would ask mine, or whatever. But it was okay to her to elope. She didn't want the white dress and the 1,000 guests and all that stuff. So we just eloped. So it was pretty cool. But and there's a longer story there. I was trying to talk her into moving to California. So I prepared a 1.5, 2-week trip. I forget how long. We were on pretty low budget, but we went to a pretty exciting place. But I basically set up a trip with her to talk her into going to California. And she had a friend out in California, and I'm like, yeah, maybe we can talk her into it. And well, we were talking about it, and she was like, hey, and it didn't just pop up. We were, anyway, but she was like, hey, why don't we just get married out there? And I'm like, hey, that's kind of cool. But I was like, no, I don't know about, anyway, so we did. But anyway, it was in the John Muir Redwood Forest, and there was I don't know if you've been to John Muir, but at the time, and I think it happens perpetually forever and ever, but there's a lot of forest fires. So there's a ton of trees that are burnt. And so they have in John Muir forest, they have enormous. It's going green again. It's going green, 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 green. It just went green. They have redwood forests. They have redwood trees that are enormous. I don't know what enormous means. Probably 200 feet in the sky. Just enormous. And it's growing and it has green leaves. And it's an enormous, healthy, growing tree. And then down on the ground, where you know there's a trunk, where the trunk of the tree is, two-thirds of the trunk is completely burnt away. That tree is standing on 1/3 of the trunk. 2/3 of the trunk is completely removed, and it's like one of those crescent moons. It's the most bizarre thing but I mean, it's really bizarre. It was really bizarre. Anyway, we found 6 of those trees making a huge circle, and probably it was kind of small, but probably in the middle of all 6 of the trees, you could fit a VW van, or a couple more things. So we got married in the middle of all those trees. So it was pretty cool. But those trees were the funkiest things in the world. I can't believe that they were green and luscious and stuff, and 2/3 of their trunk is gone. And you can still see the black charcoal on the inside of the trunk that's gone, but it's growing. It's got green. Yeah, that's so bizarre. Plus, I mean, isn't that a ton of weight? I mean, that's a ton of weight. Those are, thousands of tons. I'm sure it's thousands of tons above those trunks, and that trunk holds all that. Now, it grows straight up. Nice. My parents have driven under one of those trees. Now, there's the real famous one you can drive through. I don't think we found that and did that, but we walked it. We was like, hey, where do you want to get married? So we just walked until we found a place, and it's huge. And I'm not great. Anyway, we found it, and then we actually got back to it. So we had a best woman. You needed a witness. So I had one witness. So there's 4 of us, I do believe. Me, my now ex-wife, and her best friend, who, of course, I have a weakness for women. So I really liked her. And then the minister, who we found out there. We flew out there and then we thought Berkeley was a good place to start to look for. We went looking for a minister, and we found one, and he, I think we were both, I'm a recovering Catholic, but we both grew up Catholic, basically. So we first looked for Catholic, and they're like, oh no, you must, do a study for 6 months or 6 weeks or whatever. They're like, we can't marry you over the weekend. And we're like, oh, okay, sorry, we'll look for something else. And so anyway, he went out to dinner with us and asked us questions. And anyway, it didn't work out. So we probably should have spent more time on that trying to. So anyway, so Tracer says, how exciting to elope. It was pretty cool. I was trying to talk her into going. Anyway, her best friend, that was the best woman in our wedding, had been out there for a while, and she experienced an earthquake, and she talked to my ex-wife and told her about it. So by the time we were flying out there, she was already, I will never move to California. I'm like, that's the reason we're doing this trip. She's like, well, we're getting married too. So I'm like, okay. So Tracy says, I would love to see Vermont, but yes, our forests are beautiful here. I don't usually, it's weird. I get into my tunnel vision and not really notice what's around me, but Vermont is pretty, I don't like Vermont. I wish I would leave. I was waiting. I moved here when my daughter was 2. I was already separated from my wife, and we were living in Illinois, and she had reasons to be in the Midwest, but then her mom was dying, and she had a bunch of reasons to go back to Vermont. So she said, Joe, would you be willing to move from 2 houses in Illinois to 2 houses in Vermont to raise our daughter? And I went, yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, that sounds cool. So we moved. We moved from 2 houses in Illinois to 2 houses in Vermont. And she was 2 at the time. And we did all school years. She did college in 3.5 years. But for all school years, every single year, someone would say, there is no way that the 2 of you all are separated or divorced, or that's BS. you all are the greatest parents when it comes to a child in school. And we said, well, the child's the most important. So yeah, that happened every time. Second grade, third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade. There's no way you're coming from two different houses. You all are married. You're in the same house. And we're like, no, we're not. Our daughter is just super cool. So anyway, that was kind of cool that we, and I'm not bragging. I certainly had more help. I mean, it might be a higher power. I'm in recovery. I'm an alcoholic addict and the 12 steps and stuff. So I probably, I have higher powers. But anyway, somehow I was able to do that. And I did it. So, well, come out to Vermont anytime you want. Yeah, that's common here to see the burnt trunks. So, nice. My parents. Yeah, by the way, ignore all those Nightbots. I haven't updated any of them. Nice. My parents have driven under one of those trees. That's so cool. You're talking about you're old, and then you're talking about your parents. So that's so cool. Okay, so anyway, what do we got? Clint Boyer's number one. I don't know. Let's see how many laps are. 11 laps to go for the second heat. And it was yellow, and that's green. So with 11 laps to go, they just got the green flag. Clint Boyer, Ryan Newman, Ken Schrader, Haley Deegan, Elio Castroneves, Paul Tracy is the top six. And I think they, I was saying earlier that they invert the field. So the first, and I don't know the specifics, but generally this is how it works. During heat one, there's 12 drivers. So one person gets first place and one person gets 12th place. So first through 12th. For the next heat, they flip that. The 12th place driver goes first and the first place driver goes 12th. And they just invert it, So it's weird. I don't know why they do that. Anyway, Ryan Newman is doing really well. About Clint Boyer, they're neck and neck. They're next to each other. Okay, Tracer. Dinner is ready, Joe. Got to go. Have a wonderful evening. Thanks for coming. Thank you for being here, Tracy. And you have fun out in California, and thanks for being here. That was so cool. Thank you. Enjoy your meal. Is it good? Is it yummy stuff? I'm sure it's great stuff. I'm pretty hungry. I'll probably eat pretty soon, too. So I might listen to Agenda Free TV, see what's going on there. Bye, Tracer. See ya. Thanks. Bye. It's a lot of reflections there. But cool. Thank you. Okay. Okay, so what kind of meeting is he going to? What is that? Woo, woo, woo. Clint Boyer, Ryan Newman, Ken Schrader, Elio Castroneves, Ailey Deegan, Tony Stewart. It seems like they're not able to jockey around with each other too well. And I know it's only been, 3 laps ago. So it's been eight laps. Dropping back since start. Joseph Newgarden dropped back 6. Ailey Deegan -1. Wow. And also you, if you're first and you drop to 6th, you lose 5 points. But if you drop if you're 7th and you drop to 12th, you don't lose. Anyway, I don't understand how this works. It's different for me. I think it's similar to Saturday night, sprint car. Checkered. Clint Boyer, Ryan Newman, Schrader, Elio maybe, Tony, Haley, Tracy, Brad Kozlowski. Don't know who that picture is. Oh, Labonte, Marco, Kyle Busch, and Kozlowski. Oh, that doesn't look like Kozlowski. Oh, there's Kozlowski. Okay, yeah, I don't know who 2 is. Who's 2? I should know. Whoo, 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 whoo. Checkered flag. Okay, I'm going to put this earbud in. He's been going for 2 hours, it says. Uh, 6:54 is when it started, so it's almost coming up on 3 hours. So yeah, he just said he's about to sign off. Twitter X. He's funny. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Okay, so let's see here. So I think I'm going to do the tweets and then the, wow, that was really quick. No delay on Nightbot. How'd that happen? So Nightbot says I may be tweeting or editing during this session, therefore I'll be off screen. Won't see comments. Tracking the race center. I don't have a race center yet. Live timing on Main Street. Thanks for your patience. My apologies, JoeHart. And let's see, edit. Pretty not quick yet. Hi. While my streams are smaller and intimate, I'll be off screen. Won't see comments and y'all when you enter and exit. To edit, update with Nightbot, Discord, Pincord, Tweet Shift, etc. Thank you. They're talking to Clint Boyer. Clint just said Ryan Newman doesn't have a heart rate at that age. That's pretty bullyish. So they did Stafford Speedway twice, Polsky County Motorsports Park, Drapers Valley. Up to Berlin Raceway in Michigan, Eldora in Ohio, and Lucas Oil Speedway in Missouri. I guess I'm going to heat up some food. So I might go. The Gender Free TV has hats. I don't know Paul Tracy was from Canada. Wow, 32 people at Virginia Tech. It's weird how okay. So I'm going to go heat some up. Agenda Free TV still saying goodbye after 8 minutes. So he'll probably end while I'm heating up my food. But I'm going to go heat up some food. Hey. Elio, I love Elio. He's so great. A kid at heart. He is definitely a kid. Okay, so I'm back. I'm eating. I'm gonna eat off camera. I'm gonna mute because people hate hearing people eat. So many judgmental people out there. But I'll be reading comments. So it says back, eating off camera, muted, reading comments. Thanks for patience. Is it unmuted now? Okay, so Agenda Free TV's done. Camping World SRX series, Superstar, I think is what it stands for. Superstar Racing Experience Series. Yeah, what the hell does that mean? They're all washed up wannabes. Okay. So where is, I'm going to go off screen here. SRX, I guess I'll go back and update this. Caution flag. Hi, while my streams are smaller and intimate, I'll be off screen. Won't see comments and y'all when you enter and exit to edit, update with Nightbot, Discord, ping cord, tweet shift, etc. Thank you. JoeHart PwD. Fort certain. So I did find a live timing. Race monitor live timing. Bob, what are you doing? Bob. Well, it's showing the top 9. Too bad it doesn't show off 12. it's green on that, so it's obviously a delay on the TV. 21 laps to go on TV. Kyle Busch, Clint Boyer, Tony Stewart, Ryan Newman, Paul Tracy, Elio Castroneves, Elio Hosa, Joseph Newgarden, Bobby Labonte, Brad Keselowski, Marco Andretti, and then 2 more. I'm sure the female. Haley Deegan got up to 10. Bobby Labonte, Marco Andretti is 12th. So, okay, Camping World SRX, Motor Mile Speedway. So Tony Stewart's in number 1. Who spun out? I guess Kyle Busch. I guess I missed that Kyle Busch disappeared from the front. Oh, wait, I'm just showing Tony Stewart the 3rd. Sorry, he's still in front. Kyle Busch, Clint Boyer, Tony Stewart, Ryan Newman, Paul Tracy, Joseph Newgarden, top 6. Half of the field. 17 laps to go, 16 laps to go. Still yellow. Ooh, ooh, ooh. One lap to go to the green and 14 laps to go to the end. And there's a delay. So the thing you're watching on screen already went green, I do believe. Yeah, that's already gone green. Busch making SRX debut tonight? Come on, what's that mean? Kyle Busch has never been in this for 3 years? Tony Stewart might try to hit him like he hit Tony Stewart. Clint is right next to for Stewart. Boom, the green is around. Tracy, Schrader, or both out probably. Haley Deegan spun around, but she can get started again. Tracy got his car going. Schrader looks like he's pretty out, but I don't know. Tracy didn't look too good, and he got started. But no, Schrader looks really bad. There's one or two parts hanging off of the car. There's one or two parts completely off of the car. And some damage for sure. Front left corner, or a little behind the corner. 10 laps to go. Paul Tracy, his passenger door is open, flapping. Yeah, Tracy did it. So I'm glad, Schrader was just an innocent bystander. Yeah, Tracy slammed Joseph Newgarden against the wall. He's the cause of the accident. Schrader and Deegan, innocent victims. Woo, woo, woo. Yet, yeah, Tracy's car is really near Schrader, so Schrader got out and talked to him. He would like to see it. Here it is. Heavily damaged race car. I forget what they said happened with the race cars. I think it's, they're all the cars are the same. So I think they said something like they have 4 extra cars. Boy, Paul Tracy, don't lie like a fucker. What a liar. I don't like when they don't take personal responsibility. So currently there's 10 laps to go, but there's 1 lap to go to green. So that's not going to go down to 9 because the last 10 laps must be green. So it's currently 10 laps to go and it's yellow, but they won't subtract the lap that they're doing right now. It will still say 10 laps to go when they go green. Hope that makes sense. For the 100 laps, except for the final 10, can be yellow or green, but the final 10 must be green. Tony just can't do anything. He's not able to get. She's definitely becoming the sexiest of the 3, for sure. OG Harv. Oh, I don't like oopsies with animals. They look like they hurt. Those hurt. So 3 laps to go for the main event. I'll probably, head out soon after this is done. 3 laps to go. They all have to be green. I think they do it forever and ever until they get all green. Tony Stewart is right next to Kyle Busch for at least the first 2 turns. Now he lost to Carlin. Clint Boyer is trying to get under. Two laps to go, but it didn't change on the screen for some reason. They're more than a half lap done, and it finally changes to 2. What the F is the delay? Now it's going to be 1, but let's see how long it takes for it to change to that. Final lap. I don't know why it didn't change last lap. Kyle, Clint, Tony, Brad, Ryan, Elio, top 6. Boom. 10:54. That's not an hour-long show. I'm going to tweet this because I don't know why they say it's an hour. Okay. All right. Well, thank you for stopping by. I'll probably try to start figuring out this caucuses thing. So the order was Kyle Busch, Clint Boyer, Tony Stewart, Brad Keselowski, Ryan Newman, Elio Castroneves, Bobby Labonte, Haley, I think that's two L's, maybe not, Haley Deegan, Marco Andretti, Paul Tracy, -9 laps, Joseph Newgarden, -10 laps, Ken Schrader, -10 laps. That's a big 9 and 10 laps. Ooh, okay. Okay, man. Thank you very much. I'll talk to y'all later. Have a good night.